checked on you for something else that has nothing to do with what you're going on through, and you're like, do they know or don't they know? And it is something that probably everybody knows. Hello, kids. So, yeah, basically that's just, even if you think it's wasting your time, it's hello, praise God. Welcome once again to this platform. Yes, heart to heart with Connie. And basically we simply talk about those issues, or I open myself up, or we talk, yeah, I open myself up to talk about some issues that probably are not talked about most of the time. So I'm open, heart to heart, where I just give my heart out. Hopefully I'll communicate, and hopefully if you're watching this, you'll also open yourself up and give positive comments on what you think about this particular topic. So let's get right into it. So there is yeah, I know by now you've had there's a lot of talk, or there's a lot of complaint about friendships, like fake friends, this and that, or having friends who don't support you. And most of the time when people talk about fake friends, I think it comes down to either someone has backstabbed you, yeah, someone did something you didn't expect, or a friend went behind your back and did something, or it also means that maybe you have friends who are not supportive. And that is what I want us to look at. This supportive thing, like, what does it mean to be a supportive friend? Sometimes you hear somebody say, oh, I thought she was my friend, but she didn't support me. This friend was not being supportive in this particular thing and that particular thing. And sometimes it becomes very vague to actually know what does supportive mean, or how does supportive look like. So that is what, like, from the heading of this video, like, being supportive as a friend, what does it really mean? What does it really mean? Yeah, like, what does it really mean? Does it mean if I'm supportive, I should I should support you in everything that you do? Like, when you're saying if you say I'm not supportive as a friend, what do you mean? Does it mean that the things that you're doing, I don't back you up? I don't, like, give you a yes, I don't give you a thumbs up? Or how would you consider your friend is not being supportive? So for example, if I'm doing something, if I'm having a fashion show, if I have something, or I'm going into a project, do I need to tell all my friends, or do my friend do my friends have to support me in every single thing that I do? For example, if I'm having a fashion show, if they don't show up, do I am I is that do you now say you're not being supportive if they don't show up? For example, if you don't come to my wedding, am I not being supportive, or are you not being supportive? If I throw a birthday party and you don't come, does that mean you're not being supportive as a friend? Like, what does it really mean to be supportive as a friend? Do I have to be okay with everything you do? Do I have to be there in every single event that you have to do? And also, turning the tables, do I have to tell you everything that I'm doing as a friend? Huh? Will you, if I, like, for example, if I'm opening a business, is it a must that I tell you that, hey, I'm opening a business, this is what I'm doing? If I don't tell you and you get to hear it from someone else, does that mean I'm being weird as a friend? Huh? Because sometimes we don't tell our friends everything. Cynthia, we don't tell our friends everything. There are things you do and it's just between you and God that knows that you're doing. And then sometimes, for example, if you have a business and you open a business, or to do something, maybe you had a show, you didn't tell a friend, and then they get to hear it from a third party, it brings issues, right? And that's true, to bring issues. Or if my friend had a show and I didn't know, I had it from another person, will I consider my friend being weird? Like, what is this supportive thing? Like, what is it? Anyway, according to me, I basically believe that I should tell you if I should. Of course, I will support you in most things, but not everything. It comes down to the thing that sometimes you have a good vision as a friend, but I'm not seeing the vision. So if I'm not seeing your vision, maybe you have a good vision, maybe you have laid out your plans, but as you're explaining yourself, I'm not really. Maybe I don't see how it will all work out, and then as a friend, I'm like, no, I will not always agree with you. So if I don't agree with you in certain things, if I don't say, okay, your vision, like, You have the motive, you have the stamina, but I don't quite get your vision. If I oppose you kidogo, it does not mean I'm not being supportive. It only means I'm trying to be honest, my opinion. Or if I tell you your plan is great, but here unafanya hivi, haimaanishi, it doesn't mean that I'm not being supportive. It simply means I'm just, maybe I'm even helping you, showing you the loopholes that you can work with. But if I'm like that in everything you tell me, everything, like I have never backed you up in every single thing you're doing, then that can raise an alarm that that is a red flag. Because as a friend, I'm supposed to be there. And like another thing I believe is, as a friend, sometimes I will not agree with what you're doing, but I will show up, not because I'm endorsing what you're doing, but because I just want to be there for you as a friend. So it doesn't mean if you don't agree with what someone is doing, disappear kabisa. Sometimes you show up. If they're starting a business, you know very well this business may not succeed, just show up, be with them on that particular day, listen to their progress, listen to everything. It might shock you, they might succeed, so you just show up, you're just there, you just tag along the process, you just tag along, not because you're endorsing what they're doing, but because you just want to be there as a friend. Again, yeah, so but again, sometimes this may not happen all the time. So what I'm saying is this: as a supportive friend, the notion of being supportive, it does not mean a friend should 100% agree with everything you do. No, no, but they should at least 80% be there for you, 80% agree with what you're doing. But sometimes, yeah, at least agree with it. But if you have a friend and they are always opposing, like you tell them this, they are no, you tell them it raises some issues in your friendships, because two cannot work together unless they agree. But if you're always saying something and your friend is always against every single thing you do, then maybe there's an issue. But just being a supportive friend does not mean I will be like yes, 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 yes to everything. There are things I'll be like, I'm not so sure. There are things I'll be like, no, 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 no. And but majority I should be there. And then another thing, I should be present for you or with you majority of the times. There are certain events I may not come, I may not show up to all your birthday parties, I may not show up to one or two events, but I should show up, I should be there at least in a majority of your events. But if you have a friend who is always missing out on almost everything that you do, always missing out, then again I think it can be a red flag. They may not necessarily be there through everything, but at least they should be present. If you are going not through a hard times and through good times, at least they should be present. And by present, I don't mean physical appearance with you. Okay, present means them being there physical, but someone can be physical present with you, but the things they tell you, I unashangaa, is this person for me or against me? Or sometimes someone is present but their mind is so far up until mpaka unasema their presence does not mean anything. So by present, I mean they should be with you emotionally, psychologically, everything early. So they should just be there with you most of the time, supporting you most of the time. But most of the time, not all the times, because they also have their own stuff going on. So being supportive does not mean someone should be yes, 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 yes all the time. Again, it does not necessarily mean someone will be there 100% with you. Sometimes someone is going through stuff, your friend is going through stuff and you don't know. So I think we should not be quick to say, oh, this friend is not supportive, oh, this friend is not for me. Just gauge, look at, so you can just gauge the times that your friend has been there for you. I think that's the basic line of to know if someone is being supportive. It doesn't mean someone will tell you yes. And sometimes if a friend is telling you no, maybe they're saying something you're not saying, so listen to them, get to hear what are they saying, understand their point of view. Again, remember, by being present, it does not, someone may not be physically present with you, but they're giving you support than someone who's not there. They're giving you emotional support, they're checking up on you, how is the project going, how are you feeling as a person, how is your mental capacity handling everything else. So just because someone is not there physically, it does not mean someone is not being supportive, because someone can with you physically but they're offering you zero support, which is very possible. So being supportive as a friend, basically it comes down to, you just gauge how, don't just say my friend is supportive and then they're not even there, they're always opposing. And if you have friends that are not being supportive, I think it's time you cut off some of these friends. However, this process, age has a way of dealing with this process. The older you grow, the more your social circle becomes tighter, and life and age has just a way of just cutting them out. So if you're still young and you're still like, my friends, time with an age will show you, and age and time has a way of just cutting those people out. Those people have not been there for you. You've been going through tough times. They didn't check on you, or they checked on you but they said nothing, or they checked on you for something else that has nothing to do with what you're going on through, and you're like, do they know or don't they know? And it is something that probably everybody knows. So a friend supportive does not mean 100% there or 100% agreeing with you. Sometimes they will disagree with you, but if they are always disagreeing with you, always telling you no, no, no to all your thought process, to all your, all the things you're sharing, they're always like no, no, then I think that can be a red flag, because everybody has the right to be heard. You have the right to express yourself, to be heard, and even some of your thoughts to be implemented. So supportive as a friend, supportive as a friend just requires you to gauge, is someone with me most of the time, and do they have positive contribution in my life? And positive contribution does not mean yes, yes, yes. Positive criticism sometimes may sound negative. Someone can be telling you, like, someone might be highlighting maybe some of your flaws that you have. We all have flaws, or some loophole in a project or in something or in your thought process. That is a positive criticism. And if your friend is always agreeing with everything you're doing, sister, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Check that friendship up. But what do you think about this all? Let me hear from you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Shalom. God bless you.